Radio Democracy. And the love of the radio land. The voice of the masses. Hear this. Come on. Come down, selector. Come down, selector. 98.1.
Radio Democracy. The true voice of the people.
For news, views, and entertainment, stay tuned to Society for Radio Democracy. 98.1. Simply the best.
7:30 from the New Englandville studios. Good morning and welcome to the second edition of the program Good Morning Salon for this week, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Today na Tuesday, August 27th, 2019. Where they bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning, Mina Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Inside this edition of the program Good Morning Salon, one Julius Bani and Incomping workman them, we been a work na the Salon Port Authority don't ask the port management for pay them benefits. After we then say the management been sacked over 50 workman them illegal one. The Deputy Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Turad Senesi say, World Bank don't give the ministry over $20 million for open government technical vocational institutes them all over the country. And inside the program this morning, Radio Democracy they continue for look inside the by-election where happen at constituency 110 na Goderich and other area them where NEC been don't cancel the results. Also we they talk to the National Election Watch new and the Salon Police but the role where them play na this by-election.
Well, this and plenty other story them, then are the program for you this morning, plus the Assistant Public Relations Officer, na the Anti-Corruption Commission, Success Seri Kamara say, ACC they investigate the Chief of Protocol na State House, Ambassador Fatmata Edna Kago for unexplained wealth and abuse of office. Walkabout served then are the program for you this morning. Members say they listen to we live on www.radiodemocracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa and powered by Africell. And Seth, you will get the opportunity for contribute or ask question on any of the issues them where they can discuss inside the program this morning. Send your message to the number 077-981-981, or if they watch we now Facebook page, drop your comment on the issues them where we they discuss inside the program Good Morning Salon this morning.
The first issue we they look at inside the program this morning na as over 1 year now, the Chief Executive na the National Public Procurement Authority, Ibrahim Gamaswari, don't say inside this past 1 year they don't able for review the Procurement Act and put procurement measure them in place where it say don't make government able save over 8 billion loans for the teaching and learning material procurement. And it say this intervention don't make the able for save over $2 million upon the school bus them and other area them. Sabtu Kalon Binde na the conference room outside the NPPA go give this updates on waiting they don't do so far inside the past 1 year and go now reports.
One of the key mandates as National Public Procurement Authority now for make sure say all ministry, department and agency them go through the right procurement process when they can buy any office equipment or give contracts to contractor them for any government work. As the new administration and National Public Procurement Authority don't take 1 year in office, NPPA be go give updates to the media, but the different thing the way they don't do inside 1 year. And according to the Human Resource Director, the National Public Procurement Authority, Sylvester H. Demby, start for talk, but how they be able for minimize and add value upon the staff them. Now NPPA will be make the able save 70 million loans of the national budget.
It is a leadership with proven competence for transformation. Evidence of this is deeply rooted in its accomplishments ranging from additional staff strength of about 45 on the roll to savings of about 70 million of the national budget.
The Human Resource Director na National Public Procurement Authority, Sylvester H. Demby talk this na Loto Building Hall. Usa is say them be also able for implement best practice and standard panel work and them be establish NPPA office na the Southern region where this will reduce the plenty challenge where people be they get for comot na bo and come na the head office na Freetown.
To an enviable feature of standards and best practice. An automatic establishment of the Southern region office in Bo must surely not go unmentioned. The documentary had already said and displayed it all. Therefore, he is a leader who sleeps and wakes with aspirations for his staff and Sierra Leone as a whole.
Inside Ion talk, as the chief executive, the National Public Procurement Authority, Ibrahim Aswari say he already nobody challenge them where he camp and procurement process.
Because I've been a practicing procurement officer and I knew how procurement was going on in our country. Procurement has been seen by all senior officers, permanent secretaries and others as a clerical job. Contracts will be awarded even before the program, the contract starts or the process starts. So when I came in, being a user-friendly of the act, I knew there are a lot of powers in that act that will be used to ensure this anomaly stops.
He continue say the Procurement Act give them the power for make sure say procurement process go the right way. And this be make the review all procedure of the work, where be make them able pick up some MDA them, where be they misuse government couple.
I knew there are a lot of powers in that act that will be used to ensure this anomaly stops. Then I decided to ensure we start detailed reviews on everything we do, because most activities are fixed before they started. That's why even in evaluation, they shift the goalpost to ensure an individual gets the contract. And when that started, so I paid attention to what I was doing. And in those rigorous reviews, we started seeing a lot of flaws. We started seeing MDAs deciding to waste our resources just for their personal good. I stopped them, so I went to the president and complained, but I still kept my cool and paid attention to what I'm doing.
The chief executive, the National Public Procurement Authority, Ibrahim Aswari on say because of the review of procurement process and other measure them where in team be put in place, this be make government able to save over $2 million pan the school bus them.
I had to save billions of billions in the free quality education procurement processes. The buses you see today, the MPPA's intervention saved $2.1 million in those buses. The teaching and learning materials you see today, MPPA was able to save not less than 8 billion euros in that procurement activity. And in less than 1 year, we were able to save this nation not less than $70 million. But as I took over, we realized, as you were seeing from the tape, we had nothing to write home about at MPP. It was interesting to note, even the people that followed me to come and serve on a pro bono basis decided to come early because it was like first come, first serve to even have chairs to sit on. So deplorable. So if you see today, we have an accommodation conducive one. I knew if I was in their shoe, I want to have an accommodation like that one. So anything I know that is not good for me, I don't want to see it for my spouse. I came in and met for us as a country to forge ahead, we need to decentralize. And with that decentralization, our presence is now felt in bold, and very soon you see us in Kenya.
The chief executive na National Public Procurement Authority, Ibrahim Aswari, end up say he want for change the perception where plenty people get for say most procurement process we can be na ministry, department and agency them not can go the right way. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Saptiu Salon the report.
The program we still listen. A good morning, Salon. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Well, as you from we headline them today. Radio Democracy they continue for look inside the by-election where upon a constituency 110 na Godrich and other area them where after the by-election NEC been cancelled the result, and this be make the National Elections Watch new. Now one party observer them will be observed the entire process for the two by-election them we NEC been conduct na Kenema district and Ward 034 and constituency 110 na Godrich, Hamilton and other area them. Well, after the process, NEC been pull a press release outside and condemn the decision we NEC take for cancel the constituency 110 election results them. Well, at the studio this morning for can talk about waiting NEC fenot from the by-election they observe and some party recommendation them way they make to NEC. Now the studio we get Salyu Kamara and the spokesman for the National Elections Watch new. Good morning, Mr. Kamara, and welcome to the program.
Good morning, Radio D, and good morning to listeners, and thank you for having me.
All right. NEC na be one party observer them we observe the entire na be one party observer the way observe the entire process of the two by-elections them we NEC all on Saturday na Ward 304 and constituency 110 na Godrich. First begin for explain but what do una think about the entire process of the two by-elections them na Ward 3034 and constituency 110.
Yeah, thank you very much. We observe both elections that will be take place on Saturday the 24th, like you rightly said. Observe the by-election Kenema, now Ward 034, Kenema District, and also observe this. And we make sure say we deploy station observers, that is observers they will be to say then they at the polling station right in the morning before the poll cell open, and then they right through the day till everything done. So make sure say we deploy 2 observers there at least now all the polling centers then quite apart from that we also get some supervisors. We get teams of supervisors where they supervise specific areas inside elections they take place. Then we also get some roving. We get a team of 4 roving teams where then they go right around the constituencies, the areas the way elections they take place, for make sure say we observe as them, they adhere to the code we always can they use for monitor elections, and also for law SF make sure say we always there around. Any how they say something happen, we must stay there because we get roving teams, 4 roving teams will be they go right around. So we get them, then they move from Toke, from Kent, which side the constituency start, constituency 1110, and also start from Kent, it come as far as Codrich. So one set of roving teams starts from that end, and the other set starts from the Codrich end. So if I now say throughout the day, we'll be able to cover the elections till done, and we'll also deploy permanent people who will be there at the Italian Center now Wellington. So they say they throughout the night. So we will capture everything will really happen during that election day.
The National Elections Watch, apart from the local elections they want to observe, this organization will also observe elections they happen at other countries them. We mean say internationally they in line with things that will happen but elections. And this is also the first election we want to observe. If for describe the whole process of this election in terms of best practices, how you go describe the by-election?
Well, this by-election will really happen, not that everything bad bottom. You still get a few things that will really happen. For instance, almost all the polling stations then be open on time, and almost all the polling stations then by the time when they open, then we get all the voting materials then be there. Security people themselves been there around, observers they be there around. So this in itself now something really good. And the elections been they go on orderly. No problem, everybody they go about and vote and doing business. And even one constituent, one center where one host, where problem in itself, the National Electoral Commission they respond promptly and try for settle that issue there.
What's be the problem?
The problem will be happen that we get for stop voting there as early as around 8 in the morning, because the party agent for the SLPP, the voter register, they say some names they're missing. Names like K, L, M, and S. They say all the names and they're missing. But that happened with the SLPP party agents no more. But all the other party agents, the voter register is full. Complete, no name, no missing. So when they raise this up with NEC and request that, say, since they not get all the names them, then they not go get anyway where they cross-check the names of the people who they can vote. So as a result, they stop the voting. But we find out it's like NEC then give all the, the political parties, then just give an electronic copy of the voter register. So now the political party themselves print the thing for their own party agent. So not to NEC actually print. But when this thing happen, NEC self come and make sure say then go print, and when they print, they not just print for the SLPP, then print for all the political parties then. So now 3 polling stations actually be affected by this. So then we get for stop that thing there.
Not today new begin for observe elections them na Salon. And by election, not to exception, where they observe on our elections them where they happen. Violence na one thing we been stand out na the by election, particularly na constituency 110 na Godrich, will lead to a whole cancellation of the election results. From new them point of view, waiting you una think say been lead to this plenty violence where happen now the constituency during the by-election?
Yeah, but these are one of the key things that we self-condemn. Because we don't see, say, I mean, elections in this country don't characterize by violence and lawlessness. The security apparatus, they put something in place during that Tonkolimba elections, where we believe, say, it's good. And they replicate them back when they get the elections na Masheka. But what you see pan the elections na constituency 110, I mean, they're not quite replicated. What do they do? They decongest the polling centers and the polling areas. Anybody can vote, you go. So you know they see people and they gather around the areas they hold and they vote. And since they gathering, they know they create any tensions. So the team been go fine at Tonkolimba. But this time around, you see a whole lot of young people and able-bodied people and see them around. If this na polling center, you see them parked, then you see a whole lot of, I mean, Matuka, they wouldn't park around there. Even we as observers, we go to some polling stations and people and they tell you, say, we observe fine, no. If we not observe fine, if we not form, if we not mistake, we go tell you, say, now we didn't power. You know, those kinds of things. And the police and they around and they read their remarks and they don't know even do anything. So if you say that create tension. Because once you allow people them, we not get anything, they're not accredited to them police centers, then they allow them for group. And especially when they go towards the end of the day. You see a good number of them. At times they go some side meet, they block the road with vehicles them. Pass we get for Candon, then Waka access the polling station. And the police them there because them in plenty. Any side we turn they see police them. Their police centers then they. So I feel say down there now a downside, and I only hope the police then will draw lessons from that. Where don't vote, let it go. Let people not gather around. Once they gather, there is a tendency for like problem there.
As you just don't state, say police and be there around then tell them the way the violence be the be. Where in the process of new waiting una yon observer and see police they do the time where the violence be they take place.
No, yeah, I say police then they all over the place where then they see them people there they gather around them polling places. In some places they try for drive them, but then go then come, they don't go far, so then they plenty. During the course of the conflict where they talk now that Sarah Modern Primary School, you see he start become a place of way throughout the day. Then get there anytime we na go there, we na meet them people and they ala. So at some point, but police then they boku. At some point, even a team of police officers then they out care police then. So they left with two of the van and then big truck then this so. So feel say where then go so now probably then go take some actions because the thing not be the go so therefore don't know say if this thing start the whole day, if this thing continue up to the evening, probably we go lost control of the situation. But that's not even be. And this one whole thing start back. A lady can vote, but this lady did not get a voter ID card. But one panel agent them, with the APC agents them, they accompany this lady. So the other agent, the SLPP agent, they say, no, this is not a vote. You know the vote here, you know the make here. You understand? So then they pan that. Now the woman say, okay, let him go take something away for identify. But you know that time the situation beyond the really chaotic. So another lady come back with the same situation. Instead of not get this thing. So the alala say they know the vote. But the next person, he stop there, say una look, then he try for clarify the issue of how people will not get voter ID card out there for vote. Say as long as you name them, you particulars them there, and you're able to defend them. Because then they ask you that this, where you know they look, would that born you? Who say who's okay they do? So once he able to do that, he say the person vote. So then two people and they will make so now where then they on the scene, then vote. Right. They allow them for vote. So immediately after that, now somebody where new no get for say this, but this person will rush and say no. He say voting for stop. No more voting. But this now the person where the SLPP party agent it been they relate with throughout the day. You understand? They come and even the party.
So now the person will come for votes or an observer.
No, the one they will come for vote then to make them. He not to observer, but the person where he can come they relate with the party agent of the SLPP.
Apart from that, a lot of accusation don dey comot from the other political party them wey contest na the by-election say the police presence bin dey outside the people wey come riot and destroy ballot boxes na the Sarah Modern Preparatory School. Again, then see a citizen wey arrest a member of parliament and hand am over to the police. New bin dey part of the observation team. Una see anything like that dey?
Yeah, we get observers, then they right there. In fact, we even make follow up. Yeah, when this thing start, when this man start for say no, and say voting for stop, then he begin kick the boxes them. Police then they.
So what did the police then been do that moment say?
Not do anything.
How about the citizen wey arrest a member of parliament wey dem say hand am over to the police? Una see that scene dey?
The citizen wey arrest, he not arrest this man inside the polling station, because where this thing don dey now, where this man don kick the box, say make this other group of youth dem rush, then kick all the boxes, then destroy all the boxes dem. So confusion be there. So within that confusion dey, na they then come with this man. They say okay, this na the honor, but this honorable himself are charged at this polling station as the coordinating person for the
Una
APC.
say need to identify and say na im dey coordinate for the APC like accreditation.
Yeah, because accreditation, then we observe as they say because even this man what I tell you say now can keep observe as they ask, and the SLPP party agency now boss.
So then just identify them as them boss. Then being called any name.
No.
Like for no say somebody go before identify this person say na so and so side they work or na so and so person this.
No, we observe as the way they dey. No, but then they in the Kami relates with the people and throughout the day, and they ask, they tell us, say, this now boss.
So that time where that person they be they go relate with the SLPP observer them. Una been see anything like police stop them or neck workman stop and say you not supposed for there una get observer then left and let them do them work?
No, well now the thing really way now one of who concerns us new. Because the police has been telling that that particular station, the Hadis Alala be known the day from the afternoon. To a point where you see people they go always want for going into physical blows, and the police they see also plenty. You know they make any move, not even the attempt for say una stop this. No.
Apart from them violence then they video them again where don't they go round, they show certain government minister them where be them presence been they na the Sarah Modern Preparatory School where we get this confusion outside next say 10 boxes them they not be able to get accounts for them. You they see na the video them government minister they herself they part of the violence. New being they una observer them be presence na that scene day and wait una get for say about that.
Yeah, well the thing is for no person if I would know so as you see as I say I go able know say this is Abdullah. Sometimes I can see Abdullah. If I no be know Abdullah before, I no go know say Abdullah. But indeed, we see some one government number plate vehicles them. But the classes they all tinted. So would I don't know? You don't know. They're not even right. Deputy minister or minister, but you get government number plate. We see them big one. We see them around, and we meet up a few where they apply. But you know, if you know sabi say this na the person, but them they around. But the police they say been there because the police, if you say not take time, put on our police they mass.
Alright.
So then they everywhere.
Continue for the tune at the program in case you just tune in. You dey listen to Salon Kamara, in the spokesman for the National Elections Watch New. There this morning they talk about them findings as new na be one party observer them. We observe the 2 by-election them we NEC conduct over the weekend. Now ward 034 na Kenema district and constituency 110 na Godrich Hamilton and other area them.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue with a look at other issues on the program. Outside the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary Education, Alpha Timbo, don't say then go take action against school authority them. We now go open school management committee before school open inside September this year. The minister talked this inside one engagement where the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education go all na with stakeholder them na Port Local district for tell them how far government don't go for implement the free quality education program and waiting the ministry they expect local authority them for do for support the process. We senior producer Alex Lawrence Kuruma been the part of the team and gonna reports.
August 20 last year, the president Dr. Julius Marabio been pull the free quality education program na do. and not to secret say the government and priority program for the next 5 years in education. Well, from that 10 days to now, how this program don't help for push human development in the country. Now this make the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, we headed by the Minister Alpha Timbo, been decide for go get stakeholders meeting at Potloko district for engage the stakeholders them at the local level, but the free quality education and the impact where it don't create in the community them. This may make I ask the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education, Alpha Timbo, why the ministry been decide for take the walking visit na Potloko district.
The main objective now for make we can deepen decentralization. It is almost a year now where the free quality school education program been launched. President make a number of commitments in the first phase. For say they go pay for admission and tuition fees for the Pekin. They go supply textbooks them and exercise books them, other teaching and learning materials, and go introduce school feeding program. And a number of things we President promised in the first phase. So some of their interventions, then they will do them through the local councils. For the payment of the school fees subsidy, it go direct to the schools then. So the object of this meeting, for make we can evaluate what don't happen over the period. One, for confirm, see all the schools they receive their money. Number two, the books will pass them through the local councils. We can for confirm to the people for made notice indeed the books are brought to the councils, and the councils themselves ensure see the books they reach to the schools then. Now I make them councillors then all then day. And here fortunately 99% na ABC councillors then day. We can for challenge them for say the books they reach and what the president promised we do. The school fees subsidy they reach and what he promised we do.
Inside this engagement, among many other things, the Minister Alpha Timbo be asked the heads of schools them for set up school management committees before school go open September this year.
The PTA, that now we call the Community Teachers Association, and from which we derive the School Management Committee, the SMC. From now onwards, we are saying those institutions must be established in all schools in Salon, including Potloko district. Every primary school must have a functional Community Teachers Association as well as a school management committee that is elected from amongst members of the city. That is expected to happen. Where it has not happened, we urge that it is being done as a matter of urgency.
Alpha Timbo be same way so asks the proprietor for the school them say they for take responsibility for the running of the school them.
In effect, all proprietors must ensure they have functional offices that we can verify that they have the capacity to provide the kind of supervision that we expect in their schools. And we'll come to that to make sure we carry out that particular verification, because at the end of the day, it is systems that we want to build, systems that are very transparent, systems that would have to meet minimum standards in terms of at least removing the bottlenecks that used to exist. We have to move to the age of technology. Nobody can stop that. So we expect the proprietors, one, to make sure the school environment is always safe. The schools must be clean at all times.
Adam Amomo na the Director of Planning and Policy na the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education. He say after the school census, where them be do this behind them, they cannot say some school authorities in Potloko they play yuki with the ministry.
The number of pupils we paid for was over 300,000. The total number from this census is 209,000. And of this, private schools are there, even though they are not too many, unapproved schools. Why is it that the total number is this, and when it comes to payment of subsidy, we have more? That is the problem. So now this is the challenge we have as a ministry. The information they have given us, when we want to prepare fee subsidy, they will go and say, that information I have also admitted so many number of kids.
Abdullah Zuzu, now the mayor for the Potloko City Council, he say, "Per all way the government don't put plenty effort for make the free quality education succeed, but say the aspect of quality still get big question."
We get in touch with our community leaders. We get in touch with our ward community members whenever we have our preliminary meetings of monthly. They are telling us that the president has already implemented free education, but the quality has not been motivated yet. And this is very key. Mr. Minister, you've done well, but one rule that's left, that's to be quality. The teachers has to be motivated.
The ministry be engage paramount chief from Napotloko district. We be make up and decide for ask some for them. Waiting and think about the engagement.
Paramount Chief Alkali Mela II, Bakeloko Chiefdom, Putloko City. Definitely we believe in waiting the present minister they do, and we believe say we will work with them so that we could get the desired result. So we will get community engagement. We will go invite parents them. We will do radio talk shows for me to explain to them about the importance of education. We all know say education they play an integral role towards the socio-economic development of the country. If Pekin not land, then this country could go beyond.
Honorable Paramount Chief by Bure Salu Lugbo II, Kase Chiefdom, Potloko District. Now that we come on board completely, we get for call meeting of teachers. We follow the teachers that we do at the chiefdom. We follow the various schools that we get at the chiefdom. They for pay a visit at their schools here. A lot of Pekin they don't return back to school because they know they pay school fees again. And we encourage them more, even if you know woman if you don't born Pekin, if the Pekin don't come up, you go back to school.
The paramount chief them promise for introduce bylaw them against comrade them where they give work to them Pekin them where they hamburg their school business.
I mean, introduce that law in Amage some time ago. After 9 o'clock, any Pekin where they see market in head, they go sell na checkpoint this, that may arrest and can go to police. So most of the parents have been cooperating.
In consultation with my other colleague paramount chiefs them, we go try for bringing bylaws them. We at least will go make a law that if you left your Pekin after school, you not get an also study. We meet on a street, we meet on a nightclub, we meet on a attire base, we go impose a fine. We will believe say that now one of the checkmates them we will go do for make sure say the parent themselves, them prayed, then take them seriously for make sure say them post them Pekin and also study.
The Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary School Education be engaged heads of schools, proprietors, the council of them from the 28th ward them Napotloko district, paramount chief them from the 13th chief from the Napotloko district, civil society, and other stakeholders them at the district, where they all been talk about challenge them where they get, and self may appreciate the effort where the government don't put Spambuklan in business. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Alex Lawrence Koroma, the report.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile App, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody in like you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money na the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office in like you not get the account number. Buy heads alike, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. Yagbadon done for the boss man them. With Million Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all you supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering value.
The program is still listening. Now, Good Morning Salon. They come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We still get Saliu Kamara, the spokesman for the National Elections Watch New. There this morning they talk about new them finding now the two by-election them way upon na constituency 110 na Godrich, Hamilton and other area them, and save the ward by-election na Kenima district na ward 034. But we dey talk about some party them with them fair not na constituency 110 Osai next year plenty violence be upon we make then cancel the election. Well, new inside the press release then condemn this decision we make for cancel the by-election results and a constituency day. Mr. Kamara, NEC give the public reason them we make them cancel the election. Some party reason then that Senoibu get account of 10 ballot box system. We make the able get 100% of the total vote count of the results. That now one party reason them we then give say then they cancel the results na that particular constituency dey, but some other people then say NEC for be just cancel the results na that particular center, not to the whole constituency. Una na new, wetin una make up of the cancellation of the results wey NEC do?
Well, we na new, we condemn the cancellation. We feel say, the cancellation for us, to us, proper. We don't look at the press statements where NEC release, where they even give reasons for say because of the problem we happen at that Sarah modern preparatory school, where 10 ballot boxes and destroy them. They use the word it undermine the integrity and credibility of the elections. So I feel say we and you mark them two words then the integrity and credibility of the elections. Because if we talk about credibility, we just reflect what happened at Tonko Limba. When Tonko Limba elections been there, we see people and they go vote and then they catch them in possession of pre-stamped ballot papers. We already get the stamp of NEC. We also see a situation wherein the same one election they issue two different ballot papers. Where they issue 2018 ballot papers, they issue 2019 ballot papers. We also see the situation in these same elections where most of the ballots, the areas, then some of the areas the way they count, we get excess votes. So for us, the incidents then they clearly they undermine the integrity of that process day. But NEC no cancel or not stop for announce the result because of the integrity and credibility they use. So if they're able oversight that integrity issue, that integrity challenge, that credibility challenge and announce, I not see why, in fact, they not for announce this.
So in this constituency, 110, the by election, we didn't cancel. So, what's NEC for don't do differently instead of cancelling the results?
Yeah, well, we not get for tell NEC say that this one for don't do.
But
we believe say NEC for be consistent. Because if they do this kind of thing, consistency, self they bring credibility and sincerity to a process. Now we see a situation in Konon, one polling center, where the polling center gets 6 polling stations. Then SLPP party agents complain say, they say during the course of the voting, police invite away a common in center, even though now they 2 day. But voting been continue now all the other centers them. Nothing not even happen. But when they raise this thing, what the NEC do? Then cancel not only the polling station were affected, but then cancel the entire 6 polling stations they within at the center. But that not stop them for let them not announce the result. Then do the cancellation of the center were affected, then go ahead and announce the result.
So New Day in support of the many school of thoughts we say NEC for BG's cancel the result of the particular center were affected by the violence.
That's a key option. Because let me tell you, the cancellation, why new, in fact, we strongly there against the cancellation. Because we see say, one, now waste of people and time, and a waste of taxpayers' money. This election alone no make so. With information we'll get. Just the ballot papers they loan for print them. It costs about 600 million euros. That no mix pan the order, the purchase of other voting materials. We not mix pan the payment of other ad hoc staff. Then if you look at the police officers, the way how they deploy, you know say it costs huge sums of money. And you see a whole lot of the high ranking and they Human Rights Commission been there. Other bodies them been there. PPRC been there. All the taxpayers' money or donor money will be used for law will all go. So if at the end of the day, then cancel the elections, then which means all of that money they go in waste. Then number 2, we believe say NEC also not show respect for the people and will. Because if they show respect, now 145 police stations now then at that constituency. Then 135, he don't do the count, he don't do all the processes, don't do all the tallying, and everybody agree with the outcome of it. So if you really respect the wishes of the people, you know they go cancel that because of the 10 polling stations the way they really destroy. So for us, we feel say for even cancel, because looking even at the security situation, The thing is, each time you cancel election of that nature and the way they cancel the elections, it creates more tensions at that place there. Each time you say they carry run that election, they get more tension than the previous one. And looking at the security situation, like how they say, a whole lot of things and they happen around them, they not take the necessary action for stop them. Who's guarantee where citizens could get say, if them put a date, a rerun, where the tension will not boil past anything, will not go get some due pass what you see so. So they continue for council elections, they take go.
In line with the activities, yeah, maybe they happen that the way you say nobody not be able for control at that time. One pandit in again where they inside on our findings, where plenty people again on the talk about get to do with this black motorcar where they say they see soldier team rights bar and some people been dead. Wait to observe and see when activities of the one them where be then at this black motorcar where be the past that day.
Yeah, well, that motorcar they the pass where it run safe, where it run. You know, it then high speed like we can say then breakneck speed. They pass. So in the move, in the go na some polling center, especially like this particular one, which had that problem there. It be go there frequently, you understand, people they go, then they pass. But we not be even know that really did it. But then they pass, then they go around.
What did the police been do? Wait and see, then set of people in this motorcar.
Well, this is not the problem because apart from the police that we deploy around the polling centers, we get a lot of police checkpoints. When you move, every bend of the curve, they meet one police checkpoint. So if somebody they run that kind of way themselves, then you not see any accreditation in motorcar because all the vehicles that have been applied, then get accreditation where really did it. So as you see them, they come, and no say this now NEC accredited person. Or security, agencies are accredited. But it wasn't there. But them motorcar they apply, this motorcar they apply with that kind of speed, and with all the checkpoint the way really there, nobody no even stop and caution and try for make sure say the situation change.
Ahead of the by-elections in our constituency 110, the Political Parties Registration Commission, when at the Comra body for all the political party them, be all series of engagements with them political party. At the end of the day, they signed they signed a communique which they all agree for certain things them. One party and that the candidates them as they don't vote, they will then support them for going at their oath. With the amount of violence we you see at this particular by-election, when I think say the political party then be adhere to some of the things they waiting at the communique we then sign with PPRC.
No, but that thing then na a two-way traffic. If we not sign something, we now will sign them, somebody not adhere, let somebody there for enforce. I feel saying that the security people in there. Let me tell you, the situation at Tonkoliba, waiting do they able get a right that rerun because they enforce the laws. If we all long go sign say nobody will not get any business for do enough for Kenya. The police and for stop you if you are for Kenya the vicinity, no matter who you are, no matter whose position where you hold, if you're not supposed for day, no day. But if you allow people and for come and everybody want for always they try chance.
So in terms of the policing performance compared to other by-elections or elections that when you don't observe, how na go describe the performance of the police we've been supposed for provide security for the one them we been doing in other parts of the country, the time for the by-election?
Well, then because like we say, the deployment is okay because you don't get any side way they go where you know they really see police.
But they not be effective.
They're not just effective for enforce, waiting them for enforce. I feel saying that's the problem. You know, because one police station be this. I mean, some youths then just come in a group. Boku, they say that they can't vote. But the police, the way they did, they say no, then push them back. Then after some time, then come back. The police then say no, then push them back. So if they been just sit down, pull their hand, so the problem for don't even happen inside that place there. So now that we really the talk. So now that throughout the day, people they move about, but they see the environment, where the environment, even where facts not there, box not there. But when you see the environment, you know say this is volatile. It just the wait for the slightest scratch to explode.
So Mr. Kamara, quickly, in all of this, who do you think say the citizen them for blame? The police them will get high presence there, and the political party them will go and cause the violence. The police them not able for stop them.
Well, in the first place, I feel say we all get, but the biggest responsibility rests with government in itself. because government get the responsibility for actually conduct elections. They also get the responsibility for protect lives and properties of the citizens. So we all know say elections in Sierra Leone, when we say elections, synonymous with violence. So if we now conduct election, I'm sure therefore don't do their own homework well. For no say this election with the council, not for really be challenging. So the government for take the full responsibility. If anything happen, because the people in there, now they give the green light, then conduct elections, now they fund the elections. So everything will happen, they then get responsibility.
Right.
So if they get for all the police there now, so then they hold the police. But first and foremost, is the government that should take the responsibility.
Continue for the between at the studio, Salio Kamara, spokesman for the National Election Watch. The program Good Morning Salon, they continue 8:15 at the time from the studio clock, where they take the short commercial break and can continue the program.
Better don't come. A Union Trust Bank again. Your Salon Banco. Union Trust Bank get plenty product and service there for you. You must get what you want to go better. Let me savings account, ide. Current account, ide. Fixed deposit account, ide. Credit facility, ide. Me and you. Union Trust Bank, me and you. Union Trust Bank, Union Trust Bank, that's a loan for me and you. Union Salon Banco, Union Trust Banco.
Union Trust Bank, empowering Sierra Leonean businesses.
We dey continue with the program Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. We will bring the program come to you this Tuesday morning. Mina Khadija Bangora
and Mabel Kaba.
They look at more story them inside the program, and now they take one part with other headline story them. Also one Julius Gbani and Incomping workman them. We be the work now the Salon Port Authority don't ask the port management for pay them benefits after we then say the management been sack them illegal one and not been agree for pay them. Then first time Port Authority workmania been talk this to Radio Democracy where them be they talk about the illegal way how then say the port management been sack them. You know Kabia gets more and they go now report.
July this year, the Salon Port Authority been sacked but 50 workmen them. We be they work na different side them na the port. Kuside the workmania say most of them don't work na the port for over 7 years now. From that time to now, then first the workmania say the management of the Port Authority not been agree pay them benefits them. Then first them workmania be explain how then sack come about.
We don't work for over some years. According to the child, you can go to the office and ask him. And the child even gave me in your office. I be work with Sierra
memo where them be addressed to them different head of departments them for tell them say the port no wants them again for work for them. But the workmania say they head them not been tell them waiting this memo they but say when them go work then just see people them don't replace them now then different side them who side them be the work.
Then still go look at memo board, they don't pull notice board. And the memo board will go look, we will not see any kind of renting in the way it will likely be said is stipulated to we directly. Because according to the memo we then put directly to the head of department, not to we, and we not to head of department.
By July, then pull memo we then publish at the notice. And they write them directly to head of department say for notify all contract occurrences and contracts don't expire with them. But the head of department then they don't ever talk to we, no nothing, anything like such. And at the end of that July then pay we all really on contract.
But after we they don't sack them first them workmania. But say the port management not being agree for giving them benefits. So then call on the Ministry of Labour and other body them when they look at workman business them na the country for make the Salon Port Authority pay them benefits.
The government can we aid because of we are young people them and we don't say we don't do for this job here. We not even they think about say we they go for other job because them we don't they promise we say the department win at this job. The government make them pay we back with benefits of what we don't get before.
And they not call we talk to we, they not pay we no benefits. So we now we they try for either them we can say permanent or then give we benefits what we don't work for.
I want the authorities they were responsible all right so make sure say Salon Port Authority pay we benefits we don't earn but we don't work for let them pay will benefit.
Our government look into that letter day, and government help me forfeit me case. And the labor law na 6 months. After 6 months, we don't get somebody as a contractor for permanent, and we all don't pass 6 months. Let them give benefits.
And so we're not liable for benefit payment to anybody. If anybody thinks they then get engagement with the authority, they need for come with the up-to-date contract engagement, and that will put you in a position for respond to the fact that whether they in fact they're in engagement with the authority or not. So the details of the memo will actually tell you say after July the authority not going engagement or no go in engagement with any other person will not regularize in status as a contract worker. After July he come for work, they say you're not for work again, it only means that you're not actually doing any formal engagement with the authority. And I think that down that memo they do, and that down the HR department follow up. Una law compliance institution, you know, you can only get benefits we don't do in full year engagement with any authority. And I tell you, will not get any engagement, will not get any document before you for sure say somebody don't do in full contract employment with the authority, we formalize and we don't refuse for honor any benefits payment to.
Martin Mada judge end up say anyone parent first time workmania we get valid documents we go show say they don't work na the port for the past 1 year now. In say the port management go look inside the matter and settle am. For the Society for Radio Democracy, you know carry the report.
The program is still listening to now Good Morning Salon, where they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. And we also want for Mekona no say we be invite the Sierra Leone police. We've been promised say they go get representation at the program this morning, but up till now we not see them yet. And we still expect the Salon police as they been promised for cancel the listeners them waiting have been enrolled on the day of the by-election now constituency 110 and the other election self we neck be all. And the past weekend. But we they continue for talk to the spokesman now the National Elections Watch New, where they are this morning they tell we waiting you find out now the by-election way been take place this past weekend. I come over to you, Salute Camara again. Inside all waiting on a been fair not. Now it clear say the National Elections Watch, the National Electoral Commission NEC go get for give listeners them the dates again. We then go get forget the next rerun of this same election where they don't cancel. So now moving ahead, waiting on they recommend say the National Electoral Commission.
But the situation not be even called for that. But then get for make sure say the next elections, if they don't identify because you know even no police them but pass on tell the decision make this more than very senior. So, but then be there. The issue is if then they around the incident and they happen and in the next elections now that they not allow for like happen, would I not get business now the place there? No go there. So if the business are for vote, where you don't vote, come on there.
So, Mr. Kama, apart from NEC, we get the mandate for conduct the election. The other election management body, we all finger the point at now, the police. In as much as they get high presence, the various polling center them, outside the violence may happen. Just like what you say, but they not be able for do enough for stop the people that will go riots. Yeah. Before NEC pull the next election date, what think will be new recommendation to the police when they get for deploy na the various center them during the next by-election?
Well, we just continue for tell them say, look, when they do your role, they are professionals. If you're not professionally they do your role, it's better you prevent the violence for happen than when you allow the violence for happen. Because if they may take the proactive measures for prevent those things happening at that more than preparatory school, where then destroy them ballot boxes and they like if we don't done about this election, we don't forget about all of this. Now they think of other things where they take we go before. But because they're not doing so, they ask them for be very professional. May they not look at the face without involved. If the person do the right thing, you not get for gold possible, but if person want pass, no, what they can do. Because if you not get anything where they show you say get responsibility, then police for go so you can go. But it's like if they're not everybody they come and you know say election, everybody want for sure you might.
The issue of violence, so to the first time this way they be na by election or national elections them from observations them we don't they come out and findings them so far. From them past by election and election and the way the country don't hold. The election management body them really they prove say they learn anything from them past mistakes them way be don't they happen.
Say they forget constituency. And before they enter, when you dey go, then you name say already don't they? So the police then get your name, you then have the vehicle, then look at the vehicle number, then check out with what they get. And all the, you understand? Because if then they on the ground, if find out say some decisions then they get taken there and
there are certain things we should not politicize. The fight against corruption has nothing to do with politics. Youth issues should not be politicized. I'll tell you vividly, I'm running 100% corrupt-free ministry. Not because I'm perfect, but because I believe I'm a servant. I should be serving each and every Sierra Leonean. I should not be sitting there serving any political party. I'm coming from a political party. I really want us as young people to make very good use of the opportunities available. We know there are challenges. We are building the foundation as a nation. His Excellency allocated 21% of Sierra Leone budget to us as young people. Let's make good use of it. It's never too late for you to go back to school.
Inside a own talk, the Deputy Minister of Technical and Higher Education, Dr. Turad Senisi, say the ministry don't get about 22 million United States dollar for open government technical vocational institutions them na all the districts them na the country.
Now we push very hard. We make sure say we establish government technical institute na all the districts na Sierra Leone. We at a very advanced stage. Now the one at Pujon don't start. Cambia is ongoing. We try for start also the one at Konom, Masingbi now. So there is one that we are going to also start in Bo, Kenema, Kailan. There is money also from the World Bank where don't do it. The World Bank is 20 million and the counterpart funding from government is $2 million. So that is 22 million. All them money and they will make sure say we pour inside technical and vocational training. One of the things we get for Apple now,
a showcase say perhaps your lifestyle no equal or no connect to what you they get, then the commission they come in for investigate. So not to like now we investigate this, now this particular person in this office of SCOP don't come into questions.
Okay, so this issue of issue ACC get for continue for the look into?
Oh yes, issues of possession of unexplained wealth, and specifically Section 27 of the Anti-Corruption Act number 12 of 2008 explains say if during the course of an investigations of the ACC, if not say you get certain property them, either property in the form of resources or pecuniary resources, it could be money, where the commission deem them for be a subject of investigations or be something we get for do with possession of unexplained wealth, then the commission get the sole right for look into them and ensure say we will for establish the fact. If you don't follow the work of the commission in recent times, you see where since August last year, the commission doing the investigations na Kono, the Riba Hotel na Sukutamba Street na Kono, it began for, lay hand for that property day where it become a subject of ACC. And when the commission continue for press further, for investigate, nobody able for lay hands on that property. And we come for lay claim. The commission, of course, we don't move swiftly and hand over to the Office of Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Dr. Priscilla Schwartz, on behalf of government. So issues of possession of unexplained wealth as Section 27 talk come, and also things that will be subject of ACC investigations or will capture for the process of corruption as Section 52 talk come. The commission get the right for put hand on their property then they restrict them until we able for determine the legal ownership of their property then they.
So now then are the set of people like we can investigate so
of the ACC Act and make provision for over 24 offenses. One will be misappropriation of either donor funds, misappropriation of public funds, abuse of office, conflict of interest, possession of unexplained wealth, proceeds of corruption, as the case may be. Any public officer where they serve now a public institution, you are being covered by this particular act. And an instance we are in a very much clear that during the course of ACC investigations, whatever you have become a subject of an investigations, then the ACC can probe further for able for establish whether indeed you don't commit an offense, we capture under the 2008 Act.
From the time when I start the investigation against this woman, what the recent updates for now?
As of this particular matter, since we start for looking to them since the 22nd on to this moment, a few things that we really try for establish. One, we want to know whether the SCOP then at the scope 9 office mark you in a very sensitive position at the office of the president. That we not don't establish anything against them yet. Waiting with the investigate them for issues relating to the testimony we give. So we want to know, we get for look into series of other things, including an asset declaration form where it be done they actually declare to the commission. We want to know whether the sensitivity of imposition there has been any abuse or compromise or any conflict of interest, and then how it come about this particular property here. So we therefore look into all of them things and they take into consideration a monthly emolument, which we call salary we could take home. We are hopeful that as the investigations they continue, we'll be able to uncover anything. And once we don't get anything substantial for public consumption, they will take with time for brand come back to the public.
You just say on a day on the investigations for now. In a situation where una find this woman guilty of unexplained wealth and the other thing they wanna look for, wanna they investigate. Waiting at the action we ACC will take against them.
Well, the act is clear. In as much as the Anti-Corruption Act number 12 of 2008, it make provisions for offences where you they commit, and then it also make provision for the implications of those offences. If we're able to establish that indeed whatever we investigate based on the SUP in testimony, that indeed there has been an abuse of office, or perhaps there has been a conflict of interest, or maybe it's a situation for possession of unexplained wealth, then the provisions where they show waiting go happen, go apply. But for now, what you will get now that you go either go jail based upon conviction in court. If we find it guilty, we take you to court. Then it's either 3 years or a fine of not less than 30 million euros per count.
That na success say Kamara in the Assistant Public Relations Officer na the Anti-Corruption Commission. If they talk to Princess Pierre since morning where he do na TB just one in church na Nigeria, Usa is say if they find am guilty of the thing they would investigate him for, he will go 3 years jail or pay 30 million euros fine.
We will continue with the program Good Morning Salon. We still get the new spokesman when Salon come at the studio, but quickly before we come to Ram, we will go look at other issues.
One of the sister who they part of the National Union of Muslim Students when attached now the IAMTech University. On the 2nd of August, the first flooding will be happen. It happened for be a victim part of that flooding day. So it sustained a very serious injury with spinal cord. But the doctor they don't diagnose the thing, they don't know what are the problem, but when it's like we not get the sophisticated machines then for let able deal with the case. So then say we don't prefer for refer the case to other country like they suggest Ghana or India.
You talk about spinal cord damage. Family one, what thing lead to this?
Inside the Peking day, like a fence day they would divide between the Peking and the host with one bishop who they also close by. So that in fence day, due to the heavy rainfall, now for them come for them at the Peking. In fact, until after 2 hours, now they able to identify say the Peking day under the blocks there. So before them pull the Peking day and go, you will help this Peking and travel out of this country, they will go get medication because now promising woman will be able aid in the development of this country.
So after this fence belong for them and this Peking, as you mentioned just now earlier on, you say now one bishop in fence. Would have the reaction and the input of the bishop, they make any assist?
We go meet the Peking family. We ask them what thing the bishop don't do because we NUMS aware of this issue 3 weeks after when not happen. So we go to the hospital, we go meet the Peking parent there. One of your teacher will say the bishop go there, but the bishop not take full responsibility for the Peking treatment. So because of that now say well, we need for try for us for let fair way, let ignore for the bishop in issue, let fair way how for because we even don't write letters then we don't take to even in the bishop again we write an letter. They write letter to certain stakeholders like the Freetown City Council, the welfare, Minister of Welfare. We send letter also to the Minister of Health for let them go see how they will come inside and help this sister because as students from College of Medicine we know a team who somebody get issue with his spine and actually the thing don't they take very long.
So this will happen to this lady also. When I don't take an hospital, the doctor don't say pass and flank go other country like Ghana, India and also. Yeah. What's not the cost? Then tell them what not the cost for take this lady go now then country there.
Yeah, the one who then tell about Ghana, they say for take and go Ghana do everything, we tell us all other things they cost $35,000.
Well, that's not the financial sector in the National Union of Muslim Students Salon. Alfred Conte been they talk to Cherno Jalon that interview.